Hey, welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies, where we create spiritual discussions together. Now, my name is Nathan, and in this video, we're talking about quartz crystal, clear quartz specifically. And I've been using this specific piece of quartz to quantum shift myself, and I've been having some success with this. I'm going to get into that and talk to you guys about what I mean by that. Basically, if you don't know what I mean by that, it's like, we exist in a crazy-ass universe with infinite possibilities and all different timelines and parallel versions of ourselves. So essentially, I'm using this to shift myself to a completely different version, a totally different timeline of reality. And I'll talk about that and how I'm using this to do that. But first, what I want to do is I want to create a discussion with you guys just about the energy of clear quartz and what it feels like, and some kind of basic things that we can do with clear quartz, in case there's anybody that's new to quartz, and, the more information, the better. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what I feel when I'm working with my clear quartz. Now, for me, if I can kind of just let myself go, let go of all the energy that I'm normally carrying around as Nathan, all the things I believe myself to be. If I can let go of this and find myself at least closer to present moment type consciousness, and I let go of myself and I feel into it, this is where I really start to feel the clear quartz starting to amplify actually the parts of me that I've let go of to find myself in the present moment. Now, I probably just explained this in a way that makes no sense, and I'm sorry. Also, please don't think I'm gross, but I gotta wipe some boogers right now. What are you gonna do, man? Humans, boogers, they come together, right? So, what I mean by this, even though that sounded really strange, is that I've learned with my work with crystals and working with healing crystals that the best way to channel into their energy and feel the actual effect of them, rather than just mental projection of, what some people might say like placebo or things like this, to actually feel the energy and connect with this vibration, is to let ourselves go. And if we can let ourselves go and sit with the crystal, this is where we start to feel our consciousness intertwined with it. Now, this is just my own personal experience. I'm curious what you guys might think watching the video, how you feel about that, or how you connect with the crystal energy. For me, I've got a whole video talking about channeling crystals. I'll put that below for you where I get deeper into it. But essentially, this is the case. But there's something really special about clear quartz that I want to touch on in this video, and it's that it seems to amplify my ego. Now, because we're in the spiritual community together, everybody hears the word ego and they think, oh, that's bad. Ego, bad. Tisk, tisk. And I thought this for a long time too. I believe that in my spiritual journey, it's all about, letting go of the ego, pushing it aside, getting rid of it entirely. But honestly, at least where I'm at right now, the ego is a serious gift. I love it. It's so fun. Our ego is our actual human form to kind of go about in reality and do things and interact with the human world. And I came here to be a human. I don't know what you came here for, but I came here to be human. And I find that clear quartz is the absolute best crystal to amplify my intentions, which intentions come from one place and one place only: ego. So our ego, our human brain and all of this is part of the ego too. We might have intentions with our lives and things that we want to manifest, or something that we want to be, something that we want to create in our lives. And clear quartz is, like I said, to me, it's my favorite to amplify this. When I'm walking around with my clear quartz, and yes, I know this is a huge one. I have a little ring with like a smaller piece of quartz that works just the same. I accidentally forgot it in my car, so I can't show it to you right now. But you don't need a huge one. I'm just obsessive, and also my friends got me this for my birthday, so it was a gift. Now, walking around with this, I'll just hold it, and what I do is I focus with my human mind and my ego on an intention of what I'm creating. Now, when I hold this with both my hands, I like to have one corner in my left, one in my right, and I walk around and I just focus really strongly with my intention. I don't allow anything else to come in, and I think of this as myself programming the quartz. Now, what's cool about quartz is that even science can see some of these really amazing properties that it has, and they've got research and things done into it. Now, of course, nobody's touching science to the spiritual, metaphysical energy aspect yet. It's okay, we'll get there. The whole planet energy's changing. I'm sure some cool stuff will start happening, you know? But, I mean, quartz is what they use in like computer memory chips and stuff. So we know, scientifically speaking even, that quartz is able to hold programmed information and memory. Now, we can't necessarily make a claimed statement that I know for a fact that I can use my human hands and intention to program a quartz crystal with information. I can't claim that and have evidence for it, but I can definitely tell you that it works for me. It definitely works for me, and I really like it a lot. When I'm carrying this around and I'm focusing with my intention, I feel it just huge. I feel like I become so big, like this whole space out here in this Sedona desert, I just start to encompass all of it and like spread out, and I'm huge, and my energy's huge, and my ego gets pretty big too. And you know, this is how I feel, and I'm 5'8", so I'm a pretty small person. This crystal got me feeling like Godzilla size. And so I wouldn't necessarily personally be grabbing a clear quartz crystal and walking around with it feeling super depressed, thinking thoughts like, I don't want to be here anymore, you know, I dislike life, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't want to amplify that into my creation of my masterpiece, my art project that is my life. I've been handed by God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, a magical piece of time. A piece of time in the universe that I get to decorate however I want. And I find that clear quartz really helps me to kick my decoration and art project up to just a seriously high degree. Now, you can also use quartz to amplify other crystals and things that you have. You can use it to amplify all kinds of stuff. It's like the master healer crystal. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with quartz I haven't mentioned, and perhaps there's a lot of things too that I really don't know. I don't do much research into these things. Everything I share with you guys in my videos, like literally all my videos, is personal experience. So always keep that in mind, and remember, I'm simply sharing a perspective that I've learned on my own, right? So it could be totally wrong. But to me, the way it feels, quartz has a lot of clarity to it. You know, I feel pretty clear with clear quartz. It doesn't really necessarily feel like it's coloring my reality. Whereas, for example, when I've got like a piece of moldavite, I do feel moldavite tends to color my reality with a certain kind of expedition of spiritual transformation. You know, my pink tourmaline, this one really makes me feel like all kinds of colorful love type energy. Clear quartz doesn't seem to cover it with anything except clarity involved with the intentions that I'm setting. And so I really think quartz is just an awesome crystal for anybody who's on planet Earth and exists in an ego and, you know, wants to utilize their ego a bit better, more effectively. That's kind of how I feel. Now, I did tell you guys that I was gonna share too. Oh, before I start sharing, I wanted to know what you guys feel. What's the number one energy that you feel from quartz, and the number one thing that you use it for? And I'm very seriously interested because I'm new to quartz and I'm really digging it a lot. Like I said, my friends just got this for me for my birthday. So yeah. Now what I want to talk about is how I'm using this specific piece of clear quartz to quantum shift myself, to teleport into a totally different timeline version of myself. So I know not necessarily everybody's able to watch all of my videos and everything, you know, which is totally cool. But you may have noticed, if you have been keeping up with my content, that I've been a lot heavier, kind of more of a bummer energetically for a while. And, you know, that's just because of my own spiritual journey and things that I was going through. But I've decided, I entered this space, basically, and this is relevant to the quantum jump, trust me. I entered this space in my spiritual journey of absolute nothingness, where nothing exists, and I had become nobody. Now, nobody could be anybody. Think about it. It's kind of a weird statement, but literally, if you are no one, you could be anyone. So I found myself in a pretty liberated place of a very powerful choice of who do I want to be? Who do I want to be, really? So I'm creating who I'm going to be right now with this quartz crystal. And the quantum jump technique that I'm doing and that I've been noticing is like pretty crazy. What I do is first thing in the morning and at night before bed, I hold this in my hand like this. And I hold it with my other hand too, but I'm holding my camera thing obviously, so I can't. But I hold it like this and I literally just walk. I go on my hikes, and the entire time I'm walking, just like I talked about with the programming and intention, I focus on who I am. I don't think about it as who do I want to be? Oh, this quartz crystal is going to help me to become this. No, what I do is I hold this and I focus really strongly on me being that version of myself right now. Now, the quantum shift that I'm going through right now, it's pretty freaking nuts. And it's really intense because I'm going from a state of total nothingness to creating myself to being right now absolute love. Absolute love, unconditional to everybody and everything. And that's just my choice. I'm choosing to be love. And my friend Jen, thank you, Jen. Jen helped me come to this realization. She gave me a good smack in the face, pretty literally. She's like, Nathan, why are you all about nothingness now? What about love? There is love. Be love. So what I'm doing is I'm holding this. I'm focusing on that. And the interesting thing is that there's all these other aspects to my life and my personality, essentially my ego story. The story is changing. The story that I've been existing in for like the past month has completely shifted now to a totally different story. Sorry about the weird angles, guys, just moving around. The story is totally changing. So I'm holding this and I'm focusing on just being unconditional love. And what's ending up happening is you can even see my videos on YouTube are changing. All of a sudden, I'm making crystal videos again. Now, I will not claim to know exactly what's going on. The universe is the one with the master plan. I'm surrendered to that, you know, I don't really care. I'm good either way, you know. But being love has seemed to cause me to feel very differently about things. And whereas before I felt like I had some kind of mission and life purpose to like help everybody realize truth on YouTube and talk about all these crazy things that I learned in my meditation, and I've gone from that to, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Nobody needs to know anything. We're just here having a human experience. Let's enjoy it. Let's have fun. Let's love what we do and love each other. And so I realize I love crystals. I love crystals so much. I love them. I just do. It's not an attachment. It's not something that's holding me back. It is coming from a place of love. So this is something that's changed. All of a sudden, I'm on this new path now of making crystal videos again. And I've got this like serious vision of having like hundreds of thousands of subscribers and making all kinds of like really badass crystal videos and stuff. So when I'm holding this, I'm focusing on love. I'm envisioning that I have those subscribers right now, that I have all these incredible videos made for crystals, and that I meet all kinds of people in my life who are all about it too. And I am. I'm like shifting around, and I've gone from being absolutely lonely, living alone in my car, never talking to anybody, to having more real friends than I've ever had in my entire life. And all these people are existing from a place of unconditional love too. And they totally think my crystal stuff is cool. They don't feel weird at all or awkward walking with me on hiking trails, and I'm just holding this like So this is the quantum leap I'm talking about. I'm jumping from being someone that I was trying so hard to be, someone that I've been crafting and building and creating for a while now. I've jumped from that to just being who I am right now in the present moment. Unconditional love. Living from a place of love. The things I talk about are different. The things I feel are different. The dreams that I have are different. My first thought in the morning when I wake up is completely different. There's all kinds of things about my life right now that are changing, and all it is me holding my quartz crystal, going on a walk first thing in the morning, first thing before bed, and focusing only on being unconditional love. Everything else, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, and this is just my choice. So this is what I'm doing with my quartz crystal. To me, this thing is the most intense, powerful, life transformational energy I'm working with right now. And it's me. It's my energy. The crystal is helping me to direct and amplify it, but it's all me. All of this magical power is me. I am the unconditional love woven into everything. And I love you too. So anyways, I'm going all over the place now. I am about to make a YouTube video, and I want to talk about really crazy and cool, badass type things that we can do with crystals. So if you have anything that you do with crystals that you think's interesting, you want to share it with me below, I would love that. I'll totally get you featured in the next Vibes and Frequencies video where we're talking about these things. And I appreciate you helping me with the discussion, because I don't know everything. I barely know anything. So let's work together and create this community with each other and help teach each other what we're learning through our work with crystals, and just being that unconditional love and being happy now. Not tomorrow, not in 20 years, right now. I do make 3 videos every single week, so definitely subscribe, and I'll catch you for the next one. Much love to you guys. Thanks for watching.